Well, it's wonderful to have the opportunity to talk to the three of you. And of course, I want to start with you and the way in which you have shared the story already as a very successful piece of writing and now in audiovisual style. How has it been for you to let go of the original state of this, to let it go and be something else?
That's a great question. The first day in the writer's room was terrifying. All of these brilliant people were questioning every decision I had ever made in the book. And then by day 3, I was so relieved to be working with those same brilliant people and to have them creating this with me. And that's how it's been once production started and once we cast and the actors started to bring themselves and their insight into the characters. So it's been exciting. I mean, that's the point, to make something new.
It calls my attention that, and everybody has said this about the book, and is that there's not a lot of focusing on the past. It goes forward. There's not a lot of elaboration of the past of these characters. And for an actor to play somebody, I'm sure that you must construct a past. How was that task for you?
It was. I mean, I had the book to base everything on, which is amazing, and I read it all the time for inspiration. But like you say, I think what's quite good is I didn't write a timeline and go, well, this is what happened to her when she was 3 or 6 or 7. I could sort of change that, and actually artistically lets you be so much more creative and actually collaborative with other people to say, well, we don't know where she's come from. We don't need to patronize the audience by laying it out. We know that she struggled, or that maybe nothing in particular has happened, and that it's about the future and what she strives for rather than where she's come from. But I don't know, I change my mind every day.
The character is so interesting. She has a lot of power and a lot of vulnerability in other sides, but she only allows that to be shown to certain people. It's very interesting because I also think that performing that type of character is complex and interesting. What do you think about that?
I mean, I think we're all a mess of contradiction, really, though, in our own lives. We're different with different people. I think none of us are as fixed as we might wish to be. And Simone feels really real and relatable to me in that way. And I think she is both powerful and vulnerable alternately. And I think that was what drew me to playing her, is that she feels like a woman that I know, like I am.
There's something that I love about this book, and is that everybody that has read the book, produces judgment. Everybody wants to judge these characters.
Yes.
And I, after seeing the show, refuse to do that because I want to see them as humans. I cannot see them as good or bad, no matter what decisions they make. What do you think about that aspect?
I think that you are the ideal reader and watcher. I think that we have been taught to expect an epiphany or a catharsis or clarity when life is really ambiguous. We're always figuring it out, and nothing is ever fixed, as Caitlin was saying. That's what the book is really about, and I love that you picked up on that.
Yeah. How much for you, for your performance, to get her the way she is, how much of the cast work, because everybody works around you, and just like it happens in the restaurant that everybody is a choreography, I'm sure that in the way you will act also fits everybody.
Yeah, I mean, so we did like a week of boot camp training to be waitresses at the start, and I think that was where we really learned to support each other and work around each other in a way that actually then when we were thrown onto set into that environment, everybody knew what they were doing, and I was sort of thrown in. So rather than them working around me, it was the other way around. I really had to sort of try and catch up and keep up and mold myself around them without making too much of a mess, I suppose.
What has been for you the best thing of seeing this book transform into this great series?
The actors. 1,000%.
She has to say that.
She does.
No.
She literally does.
Because you're sitting here.
They teach me something every single day, and they've made me such a better writer. You cannot imagine what it's like to see your characters living and breathing.
Are they exactly what you envisioned when you were writing?
No, but they are right. When they walked into the room, every single one of them, I knew.
I love the fact that also, and this is my last question, we see women empowered here. Empowered to make mistakes, empowered to correct them, empowered to go ahead and move on. And it's very really the reflection of a modern woman. And it's a huge responsibility. How do you see that?
It's in the book. It's all there. I think that's what I loved about it, was that she's unapologetically herself. And I think a man is allowed to be trouble, but a woman has to be perfect. And I think what I love about this is she's 21. A day to find a 21 that isn't making mistakes and questioning everything she ever knew. And that's what's so appealing and relatable, I think, about the character.
To the three of you, thank you very much for your
Thank
time.
you.
It's
Great
wonderful to
question.
talk to you.
What